First, let's talk about who is considered neurodivergent. And an important caveat to keep in mind is that there are many different ways of thinking, and brain differences are normal in the human population. The term neurodiversity, it was coined in the late 90s to describe people who demonstrate a wide range of neurological differences. It was to help bring awareness to the fact that humans are not all identical to one another, that there is actually some diversity of thought. But today, when we use the term neurodiversity, we're talking about individuals whose wiring is different enough from the masses that it can sometimes present some challenges and also convey some gifts. This is not an inclusive list by any means, but some examples of neurodiversity in our population include ADD, ADHD, autism, dyspraxia, dyslexia, Tourette Syndrome, and a host of others. Roughly a third of people in the US are neurodivergent. And a good way of thinking about neurodiversity is, like, if you take myself as an example, in many ways, I'm just like any other human being. But in some very important fundamental ways, my brain is wired differently than most people. And that means I process information differently than most people. I use language differently than most people. And that can present some challenges in the workplace. If you look at autism in particular, over 80% of people on the autism spectrum are unemployed or underemployed. And this includes people with bachelor's degrees, people with master's degrees, people whose job skills may be exemplary. They might be absolutely brilliant at their job, but because of their social difficulties and their communication difficulties, they have a hard time getting in the door, making it past that first interview, or some of their more sociable colleagues and coworkers and stuff might pressure them unduly because they don't act and walk and talk like everybody else.